Hello, it's Friday. Welcome to Rose and Carter Do the JOB. Me, Johnny Rose, this man, Bully Boy Carter. Today is tag team day, Bully Boy's pick. And I proper enjoyed these. Rick Martel in tag matches. Um, Plenty to choose from. Team, partners wise. Uh, like, I did a bit of research. What was your reasoning behind Rick Martel in the first place? Like, as a tag, I totally get why you would be picked. But why specifically in the tags?
Um, because like you just he's been in so many tag teams and everyone has been fucking great. Like, and I thought it would be different as well. Like, I like to pick one wrestler that's primarily like. It's funny because when I think of Rick Martel and how good he was, like the tag teams, I don't really think about necessarily the tag teams he's been in. I think about how good he was as a performer, and so it's not something that I think about really, like initially. But then when you think about it, really, he was in he had some great tag team partners, so I thought it'd be just a bit different. And like you say, loads to choose from, aren't there? Like,
Yeah, like for me, when someone says Rick Martel, I just think of the model.
yeah, same.
That's the first thing I think of. But then the next thing under that is him and Tito.
Yeah,
Because I started watching wrestling at that time when they were big. You know, and WrestleMania 5 was my first one, and they did the split there, and I probably hadn't seen them until I saw WrestleMania 5. And then you look back as you get older, don't you? But yeah, for me, Tito was his best partner for that reason. I think nothing against any of the others, but I like both of them as wrestlers, and together they were just fucking perfect match. Um, I looked a little bit into him, but instead of going through his whole fucking life like we do with the other people, I just kind of picked out the tag bits. But he's 64 now, March 18th, 1956, born in Quebec. Trained by, I'm assuming, his brother, Pierre Martel. I'm
yeah,
assuming that brother, wouldn't it?
yeah.
Wrestled June the 7th, 1973 was his first, and wrestled till 98. So it's a fair old stretch, isn't it?
Mm.
So 26 years. Um, the teammates that kind of spring to mind early are Tony Garea, Dino Bravo, Tom Zenk, and Tito. They're the first first four that I wrote. And then when I did my research, I found way more. So, like, he was Georgia tag team champion with Tommy Rich. You're not going to get much more fire in a tag team than fucking Tommy Rich and Rick Martel, are you?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. NWA Canada tag team champions Roddy Piper, who I know he speaks about a lot on his shoot, doesn't he, Piper?
Yeah, he said he looked at him as like a big brother or something when on that show I seen. Yeah.
NWA Pacific, that was Portland, wasn't it? Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Tag team champion with Piper. Stampede tag champion with Lenny Hurst. Lenny Hurst wrestled a lot over here.
All right. I didn't even know.
NWA,
I've never really heard about Rick Martel and Stampede. Like
no,
even though he's Canadian and that, but obviously Montreal side. So and they were like a different fucking area, weren't they?
early days, like,
You are?
unless it was very early days.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
NWA Australasian tag team champion with Larry O'Day. That's in Australia. North American tag team champion of World Wrestling Council in Puerto Rico with his brother. Three-time WF tag champion, two with Garea and one with Tito. And him and Tito were number 70 in the top 100 of the PWI tag teams list of all time. So, I mean, when you think of 100 tag teams in the PWI years, 70 is pretty fucking good, isn't it?
And him and Tio realistically weren't around all that long together as a tag team.
A few months, were they? like after Zenk left, Tito was the replacement in essence of Zenk. So that was like middle of '87 after WrestleMania, I'm guessing.
Well, they were at WrestleMania 4, weren't they? Strike Force.
Yeah, but I'm guessing after WrestleMania 3, Zenk fucked off.
Yeah, and then they brought in Tito for made him his replacement. So they only had Manias together.
Even in that time, Ricky Martel had a lot of time off. You know, I don't know whether it was a shoot injury or not, but he had the neck injury. But I know he was looking after his wife that was ill or something.
All right.
But I listened to Tom Pritchard's podcast, and he was talking about Strike Force. And originally they were going to call them Border Force,
right,
or Border Patrol or some shit, because Tito being from south of the border, Martel being from north of the border. But at that time there was some sort of thing where some people were trapped in a fucking truck or something and suffocated,
right.
on the borders and all that shit, and they thought it might be a bit bad taste, so they went with the Strike Force thing. The other thing that I found out was there was a word. Well, WWF wanted Rick Martel and Don Callis, the Jekyll, fucking the dude that's on AEW now from Impact, isn't it? To be in WWF in '97 as the supermodels.
Yeah, I think Rick Martel spoke about that on his shoot, actually, right. And he was going back, but then apparently what he had spoke about, and when he got there, was the total opposite of what he'd been agreed. Right. So he was like, this isn't what we spoke about, like none of this. So whether I think it was maybe a money thing, but he's like, we didn't agree to this or something like that. So he's like, nah, we'll just.
It says on Wikipedia that it was money disputes. So instead he went to WCW.
Yeah.
And I mean, his WCW run was pretty shit. When you think about the great things that Martel has done, WCW certainly fucking ain't it, is it? But I thought it was a good payday at that time.
Didn't he win the title there? Was it like the TV title?
Yeah, he Booker T, weren't it? He wrestled a lot, and the only two that I can remember is Booker T, a couple of matches with, and Perry Saturn. That's literally the only two matches I can remember from him in WCW, because he wore that like almost black leather looking fucking trunks, didn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't really the best look, Ricky. Yeah, so I properly enjoyed all four matches. I didn't go too old, I didn't go back that far. 85 was my first, so you've probably got before that, didn't you?
Yeah, 81.
Go on then, hit me with the 81.
Tagging with Garea against Fuji and Saito.
Can't go wrong, can you? That would be for the titles, would it?
Yeah. When the match started and got Guan in, I started thinking that maybe I've done this match when we done Fuji, but when the finish came, I don't ever recall seeing this finish, because I would have been fucking talking about it for 10 years because it was that good. So yeah, like I'm pretty 99% sure I didn't do this match, but I might have done the same match, but just a different match, like the same pairings. But yeah. I definitely can't remember this finish at all. So anyway, Martel and Fuji. This was a brilliant match, by the way. Best one of the four, I reckon. So Martel and Fuji start, tie up. Fuji gives him a cheap shot at the start, whips Martel off the ropes, who switches. Fucking Martel leaps, gives him a hip oik, fucking slam, 2 arm drags. And then after the second arm drag, Fuji's like, fuck this shit, tags in Saito. Saito's like, I'll sort him out. Saito runs into an arm drag, fucking arm bar now, so he's working on Saito's arm. Fucking tags Garea in. He's on the arm of Saito now. Fucking Saito shoots him off. Garea gives him a tackle. Garea hits the ropes. Saito gives fucking Garea a hip toss, but as fucking Guerrero's down on the ground, Saito goes for him and he gives him that kick off, as you by your feet fucking fly off. Saito goes and tags Fuji in now. All action here. Fucking Fuji runs into another arm drag, and then fucking Martel finally gets tagged in. All arm work on the pair of the heels. Martel gets shot off, then ducks an elbow, gives a crossbody, beautiful crossbody by Martel, gets a 2 count, and then back on the arm. Fucking Saito comes in, back on the arm of Saito, and then briefly Saito takes over. And then once Saito takes over, start a little heat, and then gets Fuji back in. I wrote here as well, the crowd are fucking exploding all through the match. What's the biggest thing they've done? Like a hip toss, maybe a body slam.
I've said literally in every one of these 4, the crowd are, they're fucking on fire for all of them, every one of them. But other than one, where he's a heel, even then they're still up, but not in the same way. Do you know what I mean? They're still heat, but they're the right kind of heat for the villain.
Yeah.
There must be just something about Ricky Martel that, he has got that fire, and when he was a villain, he was that arrogant model cunt, wasn't he?
It's kind of weird because he was he's one of them wrestlers. It don't happen often. You get wrestlers who are fucking just born to be a face, like your Ricky Martins or your Steamboats. Then you get the heels, you know what I mean? Like Rick Rude or whatever, or DiBiase. But it's not very often you get fucking someone that is so good as a face and so good as a heel. Like, they're either like one or the other. But Martel, he was such a fucking good face, but you just associate him, like you were saying earlier, as the model. Like, because that's kind of what we grew up with and, who we just associate with and the gimmick and everything. But I've seen so many comments on Facebook and fucking YouTube by Bellends that are like, Martel was fucking great until they gave him that gimmick. Like, it made him a fucking star. Like, as good as he was, how can you shit on the gimmick? Like, they say the same about fucking the Bushwhackers because they were so good as the sheep herders. It's like, then they gave him a gimmick and they're idiots. Yeah. It's like, nah.
They're cutting their heads to death every fucking night for fuck all, shit money, or they can just do this for fucking like $500,000 a year.
And ask fucking anyone in the street who fucking Luke and Butch are, but they won't know if you say the fuck, you know what I mean? They'll be like, if you say the Bushwhackers, they'll be, yeah, them fucking, even my dad knows who they are. Yes,
I've said this before. If my mum knows them, my mum knows who Hulk Hogan is, the Ultimate Warrior and the Bushwhackers. That is it. That is literally it. So, and Tugboat, she knows Tugboat. But other than that, but they stick in your mind. It's fucking, it was a totally different thing, wasn't it? Wrestling was totally different. They were household names.
Yeah, and did you see that fucking, you're sorry?
Based on purely nothing to do with wrestling. Fuck all to do with wrestling, is it? My mum knows the Bushwhackers because of that. The face paint of the Warrior. Hogan ripping his shirt off and Tugboat from going, and the stripy shirt, which is exactly the same as what my fucking mum had. She had a shirt exactly the same.
Well, fucking, yeah. Did you see that woman, my mate at work, commented on something, that fucking picture I put of the Bushwhackers against natural disasters the other day? And she's from New Zealand. And she was like, and she don't follow wrestling, but she's like, when she was in New Zealand all them years ago, she was like, I love the Bushwhackers. They were like Saturday night entertainment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they knew, like, everyone, especially New Zealand, but like, they're just fucking well known. So to shit on the gimmick, like, it's moronic. You know what I mean? You can't have everyone like shitting on everyone who had a gimmick when they went to WWF. Like, they do it all the fucking time. Like, it's what WWF was. 90% of them had gimmicks like that. So,
but it makes it memorable. Nobody remembers. I mean, they do Rick Martel because the model was still Rick Martel, but nobody knows who fucking Mantar was. But everybody who shits on the gimmick, nobody will be saying fucking. Is it Mike something? Mantar's name. No one will say his name, but every one of these fucking armchair wrestling fans shits on Mantar. Fuck off. You're still saying his name. He's done something right.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, anyway, back to the action. Fucking quick tags by the heels now. Garea taking the heat. Fucking, he's getting so close to the tag as well. Such a good fucking story, this. He's literally getting closer and closer as the match is going on, and he ain't fucking getting there. Fucking, there's a point where Fuji comes in, but there's no tag, but the ref don't fucking know because, you know, he fucking missed them, and they don't look all that different. The fucking Japanese guy, black tights, you know, dressed the same. The referee just missed it, but there's no tag. Anyway, they go into a nerve hold by Fuji on Garea, like the old one on the traps. Fucking Garea fighting back. Fucking Garea hits him with a slam, and then he misses a fucking drop kick, so they're back on top. Little fucking hope spot there. Fuji tags Saito in. There's more heat now. Saito goes to the second rope, hits the set. I thought this was going to go into the big comeback here. Saito goes to the second rope, but fucking Garea didn't move. So there was no fuck. I thought he was going to fucking roll out the way, you know, but no, it hits him with a knee drop from the second. Oof. Gets Garea in the corner, neutral corner. Fucking runs in with like a big splash. Garea fucking. See, this is what made me think I'd seen this match before, because I think I've seen this fucking spot going into the hot tag, but they've probably done it more than once, like, you know. So he misses a splash in the corner. Garea's crawling along the floor to where Martel is, gets the tag. Martel comes in. Martel's all over Saito, hits him with them head scissors when he jumps on top, like the old school head scissors. Pops Fuji on the apron. Fuji's down. It's a bit of a schmoz now, but Fuji's been knocked outside, so he's like out. Garea back in. Couple of fucking 2 counts here with Garea hits the sunset flip, gets a 2 count, tags Martel back in, who hits a drop kick. And then Fuji runs into the ring, hits a drop kick by Garea. So both have been drop kicked by each of them. And then they go into the finish now. The finish is fucking a thing of beauty. The finish is like, it's better than porn. This is what you'll be fucking mesmerized by this shit. This was special. In 1981 as well. Like, you know what I mean? This was a fucking great finish. I'm gonna steal this shit. But anyway, so Martel, although I'll fuck it up, but still I'll try it. So Martel's fucking. Now, picture this. Fuji's on the apron. He's been fucking drop kicked. He's outside the ring, but on the apron. They have got Albano with them, but he ain't really doing much, just standing out there. So, fucking Saito's in the ring. Obviously, he's been drop kicked in the ring. He's fucked. Garea is being... So, picture this. Garea is being escorted out the ring by fucking the ref. He's like, you know, he's just came in and drop kicked Fuji, who's gone out or whatever. So the situation is both heels have been drop kicked. Fuji's rolled out the ring. Garea's been pushed out the ring by the ref. Now there's 2 legal guys in the ring. Martel's on the top turnbuckle. Saito's in the ring. As Saito's feeding around for Martel's crossbody off the top, Martel leaps, does the crossbody, but as he's in midair, Fuji's on the apron and throws fucking salt in his eyes as he's in midair with the crossbody. Fucking hits the crossbody, but as Saito lands, rolls over, fucking 1, 2, 3, fucking salt in the beautiful. Fucking had to be precise and spot on. Fucking I was just fucking mesmerized. I had to slow down before I watched my second match. I couldn't go straight into it. I had to be like, fuck. I
had to go and have a fag first.
I didn't know what to do. I just stared. I was like, I was convinced I'd seen this match before, but I hadn't when that finish came. No way have I seen that finish before. But that was beautiful. Like, I put beautiful match. Fucking beautiful match. There we go on. But fucking amazing. Amazing. There we go.
Lovely. 85 is my first from international wrestling out of Quebec, wasn't it? The AWA World Champion at this time, Rick Martel, and the International Champion, Dino Bravo, versus Sailor White and Rick Valentine, sorry. Now, here's the deal. That's what it was advertised as. Rick Martel and Dino Bravo versus Sailor White, who was one of the Moondogs, incidentally, before Spot, and Rick Valentine, right? So there's French commentary. So I turn it on and it's like, and then there's a promo with Dino and Martel with the man at ringside, like at his table, and they're talking. What they're saying, couldn't tell you. I did really well at school. French, fucked it right up. That's the only one I really fucking ruined. So then there's argy bargy between Dino, Martel, Sailor White's manager, Eddie Creechman, and this other man on crutches. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. It's all kicking off and fucking people are pointing and the referee's stopping one man fucking going this way and another man going that way.
How many is there 2 refs in this one or?
No. So Eddie Creechman is there also going Chateau le baguette, right? All to fucking French in a right fucking debate. Everyone's shouting. It's like fucking Jerry Springer. Rick Martel was not happy with this situation at all. You can tell by his, can't tell by what he's saying, but you can tell. But he's like, fuck, right? Le fuck. So it's getting good heat from the people in the building. So whatever's going on is fucking moody. Anyway, Sailor White then jumps Rick Martel in the ring. They're both in the ring at this point, right? Right into a load of heat. And then I notice there's no fucking teammates. So Dino Bravo and Rick Valentine, who I don't think I've seen at this point, have either fucked off or not. Well, Dino was there. So I think the French talking was the man in the crutches might have been Rick Valentine, and it'll be like, Le man's got le body foot. He can't do the wrestling, so fucking Woody has to go alone. That's what I'm thinking. So this tag match is actually a single, but I was really quite into it at this point, so I thought, fuck it, I'm not changing it now. So, yeah, jump. We're in the heat, and it now looks like a singles. And I thought, sorry, lol. Taylor White is all over Rick Martel. He's fucking, choking him and working and fucking choking and drops him on the ropes and then stands on his neck and Taylor White's in the middle and misses a knee and the fucking place pops at that point because Ricky Martel was trying to get the fire. Then there's a big drop kick from Martel and he fucking unloads and he's got all the fire now. He does that thing where he sort of almost runs on the spot, doesn't he, Ricky Martel in his fire? And he's all over it. He's fucking boom, boom. I love it. I do. Ricky Martel.
Is your signal all right? You keep freezing a little bit. I don't know if.
Let's have a look. Yeah, I think so. Am I all right now?
I think so. Yeah, it was just going a bit like fucking. Your mouth is moving at a different speed as the sound, and I didn't know.
So there's Rick Martel's in there with a shitload of fire. Slam, 2 splashes, 10 heads to the buckle, another slam, a knee to the back, shitload of fire. Creechman on the apron, but fucking Rick Martel goes for him and he backs off. Backdrop by Martel to Sailor White. Another slam. He goes for the single leg Boston Crab. The Boston Crab Martel's finished, but he just does the single leg one. And then a man with a crutch comes in, who I can only guess is Rick Valentine, who should have been in this match in the tag, right? And nails Martel. It's a DQ. Bravo comes in for the save, chases everybody off. Great heat. And then there's a Rick Martel promo in French. But it was probably some shit like, why not a tag? I'll get you in your legs better. That's what I would have said. But it was enjoyable. It was good. I like that international wrestling. It's a good show, that.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable. Some big names on that as well, isn't there?
Mm.
Right, what you got?
Right, next one is only a year later than my previous one. This one is an interesting one, this fucker. This is from 1982, August 29th. It's AWA, and they're taking on Greg Gagne and Jim Brunzell, but he's tagged.
Is it
He's
Strike
tagged.
Force?
You are?
Is it a young Strike Force?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that and I considered it, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they're two babyface teams.
Yeah, they are. Because obviously Greg and Jim are babyface. The way the match develops is fucking Tito, and it looks like Tito and Martel are more facey, like the way the match is going with the shines and stuff at the start. But yeah, both faces, both are over with the crowd and that. But yeah, it's very very good and very very like fucking a long part of it is headlock shit from like Martel and Tito. Like literally, the match starts and they've already started. It starts with fucking Tito's got him in a headlock. Literally right at the start, like the match has started. I don't know how far in, but anyway, he's working the head. Tito is it's on Brunzell. So he's got the head, tags Martel in. Martel comes in, takes the head, and then fucking he works the head for a while, Martel, and then from the headlock, Brunzell lifts him up and hits the atomic drop. Brunzell tags Gagne in, fucking runs into a headlock takedown, and then Gagne does the old fucking roll back, you know, so he's pinning him as he's in the headlock. He does that a couple of times. Proper amateur style fucking wrestling around on the mat with lots of headlock takedowns by Martel. I'm not exaggerating. During that whole sequence, he must have done 10 headlock takedowns, just up and down and fucking go on and working the head for ages, absolutely ages.
Were you blown up watching it?
Yeah,
Were you blown up?
I was actually. I had to fucking pause it just to get my breath back, you know. But yeah, it was fucking it was brilliant stuff. Fucking Martel gets shot off, tackle. Fucking Greg. This was a pretty cool spot. So he tackles Greg. Martel hits the ropes. Fucking Greg leaps, but I'm thinking Martel's just going to run under him. But as Greg leaps, fucking Martel catches him and just gives him a body slam. So it wasn't like a normal fucking just going into a slam. Literally caught him as he was in the air. It looked fucking really neat. That did.
I've seen I think Rick Steiner maybe do something similar.
Yeah, I think he hasn't. Yeah, he just, yeah. Yeah, slammed down by Martel, kicked off at that spot again when he kicks him off as he's on the mat, arm drag by Martel, and then fucking headlock takedown by Martel again. Oh yeah, he does some from the headlock as well. Martel does more headlock takedowns, but from like the ones where you run up the corner, like the turnbuckles, turn around. He's done that a couple of times and stuff. All head work, literally fucking fate. It's like fucking Steamboat when he works the arm for 15 minutes. It's the same thing. They're literally just working the head.
It's so well done, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not, if you say working the edge for 15 minutes, people will just think that's fucking dull as fuck, but it really isn't.
No, because they just
well times. They gauge from the crowd exactly when to move, you know, and if they don't have to, they don't, and I don't blame them. You know,
it's not like he's got a headlock on for 15 minutes. You know what I mean? He's fucking he'll do the takedowns. They'll work the way up. They'll go into a spot. They'll do this, then back into the headlock takedown. And you know what I mean? That's the thing. People can say shit like it's boring, but you tell the fucking thousands in the crowd that it's boring, that are on their fucking feet. You know what I mean? So, you know, so yeah, Greg finally escapes, fucking tags Brunzell, who runs into an arm drag, then a headlock takedown. So he's getting the same shit. Um, uh, Working head. Then Tito comes in. Fucking Tito not wanting to be outdone, so he gives him a headlock takedown. Fucking Tito gets shot off. Yeah, Tito gets. Where are we? Hang on. Yeah, so Tito comes in, does a headlock takedown, working on the head. Tito gets shot off. Sleep, and then a sunset flip by Tito gets a 2 count. Headlock takedown again. And now shit gets switched around because now the Brunzel and Gagne switch it around now and end up working on Tito's leg for a bit. Indian Deathlock. Fucking Brunzel comes in. There's a figure 4 as well now. They end up in the ropes. Fucking Martel comes in. They're all fucking in and out now. They're all fucking tagging and shit. Martel comes in and Martel ends up on top. I'm trying to think if it's I think it's Yeah, Brunzel's in with Martel, and he's doing that shit where is it? Hang on, is it Martel? Yeah, it's Martel and Brunzel in the ring. So they do that spot where you throw them to the ropes, they hit front ways, they come back, and you fucking give them like the forearm to the back. You know what I mean?
Kidney shot kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So Martel's doing that on Brunzel. Then there's a point where I'm sure it's either Martel or Tito doing them back forearm things, but there's a point now where fucking Martel's legal, and it kind of made sense because Martel, like both of them, had been worked on the leg like briefly just a minute ago. So like I think they were both like working the leg or something, but I'm sure it was Martel that hit the backbreaker, but he'd had leg work done on him, so he was selling the fucking leg at the same time as fucking dude was selling the back, which was effectively like a double down because they're both fucking, you know what I mean? Which
it's a nice thing, that, isn't it? That's good. That.
Yeah, really good. That. I'm trying to think like if it was. I'm sure he'd been working the leg on him. I haven't wrote who it was, but I'm sure the backbreaker was from Martel. Sells the leg, and then they do the old fucking. They do get the tag. Both guys tag, and then there's a step over toe hold by Tito. Greg rolls them up, gets the 2 count. Tito tags Martel back in. They're in control. Then fucking Tito, Tito in does the cross, like body cross, like 2 count. They go into a sleeper hold by Greg now. So Greg Gagne's in control with a sleeper, but Tito like reaches behind and throws him over his shoulder. Atomic drop. This was a finish. This was beautiful. This was atomic drop by Tito. As he lifts him up, they do the old fucking blind tag. So Tito's giving Gagne the atomic. Gagne's in the air, reaches back, tags fucking Brunzel. As he fucking hits the atomic, fucking Brunzel's the legal guy. Fucking drop kicks Tito back of the bombs. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking, what Brunzel's got a drop kick and a half, hasn't he, though? Like, fuck.
All three, well, I can't vouch for Vern Gagne, but as for Greg, sorry, but Tito, Martel, and Brunzel have fucking got to be in the top 10 drop kicks of all time.
Yeah, they're all fucking decent. But Brunzel was fucking, that was one of his things, weren't it? And that was the finish. It was literally a blind tag, drop kick to the back of the fucking dome, and that was it. Fucking, but yeah, really, really good, decent match that. Not as good as the first one, but still decent. And from the first 2 matches, I can name 3 or 4 things that I've hardly seen before. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and this is 81, 82.
That is the beauty of these things, isn't it? because we'll watch shit that we've never gone. We really wouldn't watch this any other time. Because we'll be watching fucking more standard wrestling. But yeah, fucking, I was wondering what the result of that would be. To be fair, because you just wouldn't know who to put over, would you? But I guess, I mean, Tito would have come from the WWF, and Martel is yet to. He's done WWF as well.
He had done, yeah.
Yeah, but it's before he was AWA champion.
Yeah,
and before Tito had the big time run sort of thing in the WWF. So and Greg's the son, isn't he? So it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. March 87 is my next superstars. Adrian Adonis and the Dream Team versus the Can-Am Connection and Lanny Poffo.
Oh, there we go.
The heel team of Adonis, Beefcake, and Valentine have what can only be described as a fucking posse next to the ring. Johnny V Valentine and Dino Bravo being with the Dream Team, and Jimmy Hart, the manager of Adonis. So there's fucking 6 of them in essence. It's like a bastard battle royal. There's a poem at the start from Poffo talking about, the poem is based around Piper and Adonis at WrestleMania 3, which was like a couple of weeks after this. It is quite literally like a battle royal at the start because it all fucking kicks off. And the ring is left with Can-Am and Lanny in the ring. Faces proper clean house, big pop. Adonis is in black, not pink, which I thought was odd. I know he was, wore the black stuff before he did the flower shop gimmick, but Beefcake's in first with Martel. Beefcake jumps him. Then Martel blocks the head in the buckle. Fucking in goes Beefcake several times. Off the ropes he goes. There's 2 leaps. He tries the hip toss, does Beefcake. Martel turns it into a backslide. Beefcake's up quick, takes the arm. Then Valentine's in, several arm exchanges. Zenk's tagged in and he stays on the arm again. From the corner, gets posted. Zenk goes up and over Valentine, slams Valentine, drop kicks Valentine. Valentine ain't bumping for shit though. He takes a fucking drop kick right in the middle of the ring and he like backs himself to the ropes. Nah, fuck that. Valentine moves out the corner and Zenk fucking squeezes himself. But almost directly after, he goes through the legs and tags Martel back in. He's fucking banging Beefcake and Valentine round at this point. Adonis runs in. Oh, fucking, this is brilliant. Adonis runs in to try and make a save because, I mean, Martel's bumping Beefcake and Valentine fucking all over the shop. In comes Adonis to make a save. Martel cuts him off, throws him towards Valentine, who ducks his head like shitting himself. Ducks his head and ends up backdropping Adonis out of the ring, which I thought was cool. The Dream Team then cut off Martel, and there's a bit of a beat down on Martel, bit of double teaming shit going on. The referee is distracted because the double teaming is going on, so the other baby faces are coming in, so the referees were there. The Adrian Adonis is given a pair of scissors because we're heading into the fucking haircut match at WrestleMania 3, right? By Jimmy Hart, so he's got the scissors. Rick Martel's in the corner getting battered, right? Adrian Adonis has got the scissors. He's going to cut fucking Ricky Martel's hair. So he's like, I've got this fucker here. Fucking boom. He cuts the hair. There's been a switch. It's now Beefcake that's in the corner, so it's Beefcake getting his hair cut. And then Rick Martel rolls up Beefcake home. We didn't get to see any Adrian Adonis actually wrestling, and Lanny Poffo didn't get in the ring once during the match. Brilliant night for them. But yeah, I think the finish was fucking brilliant. Because obviously they turned Beefcake babyface, didn't they, WrestleMania 3? I made him the barber. So, yeah, story. Not really a great deal to the match, but it was a good story. And could be. Could be fucking head off that guy. Yeah, enjoyed that.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, my next one is.
I'm not having a fag because it was so good. It's like sex, isn't it? Your next is.
My next is. Can-Am Connection from '87, either 5th of the 3rd or 3rd of the 5th. I still don't fucking know. Against obviously WWF. It was against Sika and Kamala.
There we go.
Yeah, it was all right.
They were a good team, weren't they? I wonder where Alpha was at that point, though.
I don't know. Well, it's the same as the fucking Moondogs, isn't it? You always get matches like Moondog Spot and Barry O.
Yeah, when Rex is there, or Rex is in the Shadows tag team with Rex and fucking Jose Luis Rivera, wasn't it? The Shadows, and they're on the same fucking show. Moondogs against Seeker and fucking. Do you know? I thought it was fucking brilliant. I was reading results the other day. This isn't at all related to that, but it might be kind of. And it was like I see a lot of the results, today on this day. I send them to you, some of them, don't I? And it says, somebody, and then brackets, sub for someone, right? Someone's hurt or someone don't get there or whatever. And one of them was Conquistador 1 and Mario Mancini, brackets, substitute for Conquistador 2. Now, if you wanted the Conquistadors on, and this was only like a house show, so it wasn't like TV or anything. Surely Conquistador 1 has got more than one Conquistador outfit. Could he not have given Mario Mancini the other one and just had Conquistadors as advertised? Because if you get the Conquistadors, you're getting someone from TV. If you get Mario Mancini, to the average wrestling fan, it's like, fuck's this? You've got the Conquistadors against Young Stallions then. Just give him the fucking suit. No one's going to know. It fascinated me.
Yeah. Makes sense, so, yeah.
Yeah, Seeker and Kamala. Yeah, where's Afa?
Fuck knows. So the heels jump them, boom, boom, right at the start. Fucking, they throw out Martel, then they batter Zenk. Fucking Seeker's holding Zenk in the corner. Kamala runs in, Zenk moves. Fucking Kamala squashes Seeker. Boom. Fucking Zenk tags Martel. Martel comes in, drop kicks Kamala from behind. Kamala goes over the top. Fucking out the ring he goes. Fucking working on the arm of Seeker now. Fucking Martel tags Zenk in. And then fucking takes over on Zenk. Zenk's not having a fucking good start, I tell you.
But he had 99% wins.
Well, there we go. Quick tags by the heels. Kamala's in control and Zenk rams him to the where Seeker is outside the ring, rams him into Seeker's fucking head, which is like a fucking steel post. So, that fucks Zenk up some more. Finally, fucking Zenk is able to, he blocks a few punches him of his own, and then he gets the tag onto Martel. Fucking Martel comes in, fucking on both of them, boom, boom, fucking, and then all four are in the ring. Now, this is like leading up to the finish. All four are in the ring. It's only a short match, this. Double whip by the faces. One heel switches. So Kamala is the heel that doesn't switch. He runs into Martel. So, yeah, Martel gets switched. Kamala splashes Martel in the middle. Boom, Martel goes down. And then Martel gets thrown out. Seeker's holding Zenk. I like this bit. Seeker's holding Zenk down, who's sparkled on the floor, holding his hands down as Kamala's hitting the ropes to go and run and splash him. But as Kamala hits the ropes, fucking Martel, who's outside the ring, trips him up, fucking gets rid of him. the finish is a bit fucking odd. Like, not odd, just a bit fucking crooked, to be fair, because Martel was clearly throwing out the ring. Throwing out the ring. And then he trips Kamala, pulls him out. Then Martel jumps to the top rope and hits the crossbody for the win. But he was clearly illegal, like, because he wasn't fucking anywhere in the action until the finish. So, you know. You are.
It's rules. It's rules, isn't it?
You see, so I see, my logic is, like, if you're in a tag match and all shit's going in this way, that way, and the ref fucking counts the wrong guy, it's not a big problem because it's a simple mistake. You're getting a little bit confused of what's legal and stuff. But when the dude is
bodies to keep an eye on, isn't you?
Yeah. But when you're outside the ring and the action's going on, then all of a sudden the other guy jumps off and gets the fucking, you know what I mean? Like, a fucking moron would figure, hang on, he shouldn't be in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like fucking he's losing track of the action because fucking is visibly seeing what's going on. But I'll let that shit slide because, you know, it was still a decent-ish match. It was okay. Probably the weakest match of the four, but it still wasn't bad by any stretch, you know. So there we go on, yeah. And after it, there was a big ruckus. Everyone was in fucking each other up. Kamala was fucking splashing people and this and that, and then it just kind of, that was it. But yeah, there we go on. That was match number 3.
This one just said 1988. I'm guessing it's the middle-ish of 88 because it's just after WrestleMania 4, which was April, I guess. So let's say May of 88. Strike Force versus the Conquistadors, not Mario Mancini, who was the substitute. Fucking, I like the Conquistadors, mate. I like them masked or unmasked. You know, fucking Luis Rivera and Jose Estrada, can't go wrong. Jesse and Vince are commentating. Jesse's saying how Strike Force looked naked without the belts. So they lost them at WrestleMania 4, didn't they, to Demolition?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what made me guess. It just said 88. So that's what made me guess the rough timeline. Rick Martel starts. I don't know which Conquistador is which. It's hard to tell, isn't it? Starts with the wrist locks. Then there's this massive run spot where there's like 2 drop downs, 2 leapfrogs, a fucking slam, a drop kick on both the Conquistadors powder. Tito's in. There's a whip on one of the Conquistadors, double shot to the belly. Tito hits the ropes on his own. Conquistador hip tosses Tito, but Tito holds on and rolls him over. Pretty cool. Rick Martel and the Conquistador both exchange arm bits. Tito back in, stays on the arm. It's all real quick action and quick tags. Conquistador cuts Tito off in the corner. Then there's like double teaming shit. Rick Martel's in, the refs with them, so the Conquistadors are both battering him. There's a tiny bit of heat on Tito, not really great deal. It's only a TV match in it, so you're not going to have long anyway. Conquistadors met with a fucking knee out the corner from Tito. Tag to Martel. Punch, posting. Up for the monkey flip. Boom. Drop kick. Tito's then in. There's a double whip. Martel goes down to sleep as the Conquistador comes over. Tito with the forearm. Bosh. That's the finish. Beautiful looking finish, to be fair. Lovely. All very well done. Very much enjoyed.
Boom.
Only short, but, you know, all action and very entertaining.
Right, well, my last match is from 87, Strike Force. And funny you mentioned them earlier, against the Shadows.
Oh, there we go.
Fun.
Moondog Rex and Jose Luis Rivera.
Oh, it pissed me off when I read the description of the match. Strike Force versus WWF jobbers, the Shadows. That's what it said. They can fuck off right there with that fucking kind of
They
talk.
do that a lot, don't they, you know, fucking Jim Powers gets referred to as a jobber. Just because
Yeah,
you lose, I don't like the term jobber anyway.
neither do I. The jobber would imply someone that does jobs. Every fucker does jobs. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like they all do jobs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, fucking daft twats. Anyway, Martel fucking it's a pretty you know, it's a pretty short match, fairly one-sided, but right at the start they do a spot where Martel does the fucking up and over out the corner, fucking hip oik, fucking the big old head scissors again, takes the head, tags in Tito. Tito does a little run spot where fucking Tito switches a hip, switches the hip toss and fucking gives him one of his own. Martel comes back in, quick tags by the faces, fucking double back elbow by Strike Force, kablam. Fucking all faces at the minute. Shadows take control a little while. Then one of the Shadows misses the second rope elbow drop on Tito. Tito tags Martel. Martel that so basically they were giving Tito a little bit of heat. Because like TV match, like you say, very short. Fucking Tito moves from the second rope elbow drop, tags Martel in. Fucking Martel comes in with a house of fire. Boom, boom, boom. Tags Tito back in. And then they do the old fucking finish where Martel whips him off the ropes. Martel sleeps. As he leaps over fucking Martel, Tito's there with the forearm. Kablam! 1, 2, 3.
It's a beautiful finish, that, isn't it? Same
Ah,
finish as the Crystals. Really good.
beautiful, yeah.
We say about these short matches on TV, and I bet they happened, you know, Strike Force against the Shadows or Conquistadors or some such team. Those on a house show would have been 20 minutes of fucking quality wrestling, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
You
they
know,
would have.
fucking doubtless. You know, we've seen those MSG and Philly and Boston
Yes,
tapes, and
like
there's like
Conquistadors, they're fucking really good. They are.
Conquistadors and the Rockers and Conquistadors and Young Stallions, or Shadows and and the Rockers, or Shadows and Young Stallions. But you know, on those house shows, fucking 20 minutes, really good fucking matches. So going back to the fucking jobber thing, fucking idiots.
Yep.
My last one, January 22, 1994, from Superstars. Adam Bomb and Rick Martel, along with Harvey Whippleman, very odd team, versus the Smoking Guns.
Right.
The Smoking Guns, when they come out, they're over as fuck.
Yeah,
You
they are.
know,
Yeah.
almost how over they were. This is just before the Royal Rumble, because there's a promo on the screen of the Smoking Guns talking to each other about, you know, they both want to win and get a championship match at WrestleMania. Vince and Stan Lane are commentating here. Adam Bomb jumps Billy, reverse the whip, Billy hip tosses, and then takes the arm. Adam Bomb cuts him off for a little bit. Rick Martel's in, but he's met with a hip toss, then an arm drag. The Smoking Guns promo on the screen, I've already just said that. Billy with a drop kick. Rick Martel backs into. Oh, this is right good. So at one point, sort of Rick Martel's backing off from Billy after he sort of fired up. Bart drop kicks Martel's back straight into Billy's body slam. That looked really cool. You know, very simple, but really quite cool. There's a whip. Rick Martel sleeps. Adam pulls the top rope and over goes Bart at that point. Rick Martel slams Bart and then works him over a little bit. Adam Bomb in with a big fucking hip hoik out the corner. Adam Bomb and Rick Martel double line. Rick Martel's on the apron for the double line. Doesn't get in the ring. No need to. Why not? He's fucking there, isn't he? Rick Martel with a face lock does the blind tag thing, you know, when Adam Bomb comes in and out you go, we've done that. Bart fires up at this point. Rick Martel fires up, blah, blah, blah. But because Bart's been knackered, instead of like a double down as such, Bart just fires up a little bit, bumps Martel, and sort of goes down himself because he's fucked. You know, psychology, innit? Don't always have to be the fucking double line shit, does it?
No.
Billy in after the hot tag. Martel doesn't tag. Again, fucking, there seems to be this standard tag team rule in it that there's a double down, then there's a hot tag from both sides, you know, and this is proving that the opposite because there isn't the double down. Well, there is the double down, but it's not the fucking double line bullshit. And only Billy tags, only Bart tags. So in comes Billy, fires up on Martel, big backdrop. There's a double drop kick on Adam Bomb. There's a double line on both of them, sort of one at a time. Fucking Martel bumps, Adam Bomb's like directly lined up, so that's really well done. There's a double Russian leg sweep, which I don't know whether that was their finish, the Smoking Guns, but it looks like it should have been because it was ace. On Martel, Harvey Whippleman gets in the ring. He doesn't break up the count or anything, but there's a disqualification because he's in the ring. And then there's argy-bargy between Rick Martel and Harvey. And then there's argy-bargy between Adam Bomb and Martel. And here's the strange thing, because Adam Bomb was babyface, certainly by 95, right? But Adam Bomb is clearly on Harvey Whippleman's side. So it looks here like Rick Martel is the babyface of the group. But that's purely on the untrained eye that I was watching it, you know, here. You know, if I would have had a few weeks before and a few weeks after, I might have been able to work it out. But yeah, it was a good match, this. I didn't know quite what to expect from Adam Bomb and Rick Martel as a team. But it was very good. Very strange team. But no, fucking Rick Martel, quality. Good pick that was, mate.
Yeah, definitely. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Right, so next week we're having a week off. And then we're back the Monday after with Jesse Barr, Jimmy Jack Funk on Singles Day.
Yeah.
Your pick of Pacific, what was it called?
Polynesian Pacific.
That's the one. Yeah, Hawaii.
Yeah.
Hawaii on the Wednesday, week after Wednesday. And then Friday, we've been talking about this today because I've given you 400 guesses on who I'd picked because I wanted to do somebody right fucking.
I needed 401.
You got it in the end. Though. You got it in the end. I've picked Leilani Kai and Judy Martin, the Glamour Girls. Now, I've had a look on the YouTube, and there is some. Well, there's plenty, to be fair. But if you can't necessarily find 4 tags, because you might find 4 tags, but fucking 6 of the tags on there against the Jumping Bomb Angels in various matches. So, you know, if you want to mix them, there are plenty of tags on there, to be fair. But you can do, let's say, Leilani Kai in another tag, or Judy Martin in another tag, or one on their own as well, you know? So just as long as there's some Judy Martin and Leilani Kai in there, we're quids in. But yeah, proper. They were like the first so I didn't know there was a ladies tag team championship till fucking, I think it was like the High Flyers video.
Right, yeah.
Which had the Jumping Bomb Angels match on it.
Yeah.
You know, so I was a bit behind on that front. But yeah, the only 2 fucking ladies tag teams that I can think of at the WWF are those 2. Yeah, that'd be quite a good. I was a big fan of that LPWA. You know, I have a lot of their videos and DVDs and stuff. You know, I like that. Jim Cornette, Sergeant Slaughter, and fucking Joe Pedicino did commentary on those, which made it interesting. So yeah, Jumping Bomb, not Jumping, Glamour Girls. They were also known as the Queen and the Court, I think, when Burt Prentice managed them for a little bit. But yeah, cool. Not next week, week after. Monday, Jimmy Jack Funk. Wednesday, Hawaii. Friday, Glamour Girls. Today's been Rick Martel. Very good day. See you then.